welcome to Vegan Diver Cat, and today is a bit of a different video. I'm sharing my experience with you about being part of a Category 3 cyclone. So it's pretty scary, but we're all safe, our animals are all safe, so everything's all good. But yeah, it's been a hectic couple of weeks, and yeah, let's get into it. If you're interested in anything to do with conservation, sustainability, just life in Western Australia, or constantly barking puppy dogs, then this is the place for you. So feel free to join the family, join the Ocean Pancake Tribe on Facebook or anything like that, and yeah, let's get into it. So I found it quite funny because last year I actually did a video about the impacts of climate change on hurricanes and cyclones. And this year I actually lived through a cyclone. So as you guys know, there's many different categories of cyclones ranging from 1 till 5 in terms of their intensity. So the one that was coming to the coast here in Western Australia was Category 3 or 4. When it actually made landfall, it was a Category 3, verging on a 4, but luckily we didn't have the 4. It was funny because the night before, everyone was like, oh, it's gonna be fine, it's not a big deal, while some of us were like, well, not any tree's gonna look similar to how it looks now, because Category 3 really does a fair amount of damage. So yeah, to prep for the cyclone, had to bring everything in from the outside because yeah, you just need to make sure nothing can fly away outside. The boat had to have 2 tons of water holding it down. We tied everything down outside, like tables and stuff, otherwise everything came inside. I mean everything. All the plants were inside, so it was like an indoor jungle. The animals were inside. We had to buy lots of food to make sure we were stocked up. So this is where we have all of our stuff for the cyclone in case of emergency. So down here, got lots of candles as well as spare torches and flashlights. In here, portable radio as well as food in case of emergencies. And then of course, extra water jugs for, safety over there as well, water. And then a portable freezer just in case the power goes out, so I have to so there's buckets of water all over the house. We actually have a generator to make sure our freezer stay cold because my partner spearfishes and all the fish going bad would be not great. So it would be a big waste. So the winds actually started picking up on Saturday around midday, and it was quite insane. They were gusting pretty strong. We could see everything moving outside, all the trees and everything were moving and flying about. And yeah, quickly we saw videos on Facebook of whole roofs being torn off. We were inside, so the worst that happened was some water came in through the front door because of the intensity of the wind and the water. We lost power around midday on Saturday. Then the really interesting thing is the eye of the cyclone actually came over the top of us, which means all of a sudden the wind speeds dropped from about 170, 180 kilometers an hour down to about 30. So it was all of a sudden completely calm. We went outside, checked out some of the damage. We heard some people getting their chainsaws out and starting to deal with the damage, which didn't seem like a good idea having smaller projectiles flying around. So it's during the eye of the cyclone, kind of crazy. Yeah, first half of the cyclone has passed. Apparently now we have about a 2-hour break until the cyclone comes around from the other side. So we're just gonna clean up, mop up some floors, and yeah, just prepare the generator so then if the power goes out, yeah, we're good for that. But yeah, during the eye of the cyclone, some people got their drones up, got footage of the cyclone itself, which is fascinating. But the cool thing about being within the eye of the cyclone or hurricane is that once the wind starts picking up, it actually picks up in the opposite direction. So when we got back inside, hunkered down after about an hour of the eye, the wind was smashing from the other side. And this side was so much more violent. It just seemed so much stronger. All of our trees blew over and the wind was just hitting the windows at incredible speeds. To be surrounded by houses and everything like that, so we didn't worry about like debris flying. Sorry, the dog just hit the tripod. About the debris flying or anything like that around, while some houses actually got really bad damage. Afterwards, when I saw my friends' houses, I mean, so many people lost car windows, lost windows in their homes, whole rooms got flooded, and yeah, the paint chipped away from everything. The school was closed for a week, the pool has been closed for a week and a half, so it's been a really big impact on the community. The day after that, we walked around the whole neighborhood, and there were just trampolines which had flown from people's yards. Just about every tree had been knocked down. People, lost a lot of cars and fences. A friend of mine lost a carport. There were some roofs which blew off. Luckily, because of the safety measures here in Australia, everyone was safe, which is great. No one got injured, but yeah, it was a pretty scary experience. So yeah, if you ever have to be in a cyclone, would not recommend it. But then again, just make sure to get anything you have that's kind of free flying about outside, inside. Potentially tape up your windows if you do have large open spaces in front of your home. And yeah, just kind of help neighbors out and stuff, because I feel like a lot of people would have experienced some much more traumatic nights. So yeah, it lasted. The really heavy wind started picking up at around 11. The eye was at around 2 or 3. That's when we lost power. So we had time to send up the generator, and then the strong winds lasted well into the evening. But thanks to our generator, thanks to the positioning of our home, we just drank some wine and played backgammon. So we actually had quite a nice cyclone. The puppies were a little bit nervous, but they were happy. The cats had no idea what was going on. Everyone just wanted to go outside, see what's going on. But yeah, very strong winds. And honestly, the footage just doesn't do it justice. Like being out there, you could feel like your body could be potentially blown away with the wind. So yeah, that was the little experience of the cyclone. Hope you enjoyed it and the clips, and I hope you guys are well, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.